Hello and welcome back to my channel, and today we're taking a look at Starfield. Now, to be fair, I haven't actually read anything about it. Reason being, I don't want to be impacted by different reviews or whatever topics those reviewers might be talking about. I am going in blind, so to say, to be fair, and I think that is the only way I can actually keep, not to be swayed or biased by anything else outside. We do know this is done by Bethesda as the new installation and supposedly the best game ever. And let's talk about the settings, the hardware required. So the minimum requirements for this game so far is an GeForce 1070 Ti, which to be fair is not that bad when you think about it. And recommended requirements in an RTX 2080. Now, here's the thing. Every time I see someone saying recommended is a 2080, I think that means the game could actually benefit from a little bit better hardware there, because it is a pretty steep requirement from a get-go. And then again, it is 2023. Let's have a look at the settings and we'll go from there. So obviously we're going with the 4K native, and to be fair, on this setting screen there's a couple things I would like to address. Number one, dynamic resolution is on by default. We will be turning it off because, we don't want the game automatically adjusting the frame rate. I want to see the raw performance of the game. That automatically sets the graphics preset to custom. Everything else is on ultra, including vertical sync. Now, for the upscaling, as you can see, it automatically sets it up to FSR2. There is no DLSS support for this game, so what we're going to do is obviously turning it off. Variable rate shading we're gonna leave on. I do believe this is gonna cause more problems than good, but then again, this game is running on the DirectX 12 API, so to be fair, high CPU usage and low frame rates is pretty much expected straight out of the box. I hate depth of field, so I'm turning that off. Outside of that, majority of the settings are actually maxed out. Second thing, there is no full screen. There is either borderless full screen or windowed, which is a bit odd, but it's actually good for streaming, I suppose, because you can kind of put your chat widgets and everything else. Outside of that, there's nothing else, which is kind of weird, but hey ho. We're gonna jump in a new game. We're gonna go on the easiest difficulty, and we're just gonna go from there, so away we go. Also, MSI is over somewhere there, so let's see the raw performance of the game and how the 4070 Ti is actually gonna fare here.
Seals are good. Oxygen's good. Just do what you did last time, and you're fine. Follow my one simple rule. Hella, what's my one simple rule?
Listen to Lynn. Boss lady knows best.
Exactly. Listen to me. Mining's just like any other job. Go steady, go safe, go home with a pocket full of credits at the end of the day.
Yeah, totally. It's just like, I work in the Star Dock. Except with more cave-ins, lasers, and accidental dismemberment.
Very helpful. Thank you.
You're gonna be fine. Your first outing was solid. And, let's be honest, it ain't exactly astrophysics.
That's why I keep him around. Good pep talks.
Yeah, and the fact that I can pinpoint a helium deposit from 300 meters.
Not untrue. A shame we won't find any down here. But the metal deposits alone should pay for our own helium. Hell, after this, we'll have enough jump fuel to bounce from one end of the settled systems to the next.
Hey, more minerals, more money. And so the cycle repeats itself. Just no more unauthorized jumps in the house for rune space, okay?
He's just a big baby. There are worse lives. You know, Most Dusties don't even make it this far. I have a good feeling about you.
Group hug now or at the end of the shift?
One of these days, Hella, I am going to leave you behind.
Promises, promises.
Right, so what do we have from a get-go? Sub 60 frames. GPU usage 5.4 gigs of video memory and 11 gigs of RAM. To be fair, that is pretty good news, like VRAM usage being at barely 6 gigs. The game itself actually does look pretty decent, to be fair. You know, the frames could be slightly higher. I don't feel any hitching, but the game does seem a little bit slow once we are closing into the 45 frames border there.
Oxygen processors don't extend this far.
Yeah, because God forbid we drill on a rock.
Probably FSR from a get-go is not exactly the worst option. After all, AMD did announce that FSR will help out all the users, not only AMD guys, but you know, overall, so far it's kinda okay. Now, granted, 4K Ultra, I mean, the fact itself we are within 50-ish frames on 4K Ultra for a 2023 Bethesda title is already a pretty good start. Even though it's not exactly the happy number and above, it's playable, so, you know, can't really complain. Then again, we do have i5, 6 cores, no hyper-threading, and yeah, the game is running off from NVMe drive. By the way, one of the main requirements of this game is to actually have an SSD, so there's no slow HDD mode as for Cyberpunk and other titles we've seen. Oh, we can jump. We can jump higher. We can jump very high. Hey, that's not bad. How high my guy can jump? Yo, amazing. Right. I mean, graphically, I can't even blame Bethesda for not pulling their weight. This actually looks pretty damn good.
Dusty, you're up. Grab a cutter and mine what you can. Metal
Grabbing a
deposits are in
cutter.
that cavern. I'll shout out when I need you.
Oh, and we can sprint finally, and we can jump. Okay. Surprisingly enough, the particle effects of a rock exploding is not killing our frames, so I guess that's good news. Then again, this is very enclosed environment. I think this is pretty much a tutorial level, so we need to just kind of persevere through for open space, see how good or bad it gets there. There's no iron sights, nothing, no close-up stuff. Okay, fair enough. Why do I have a feeling something's gonna go terribly wrong? Why is she jumping up and down? Look at this.
Scanner's reading a clean break. Shutting down.
Oh, Bethesda, please never change. Okay, I'm going first. We got frames to catch. 50-ish frames just because we're moving too fast, I guess. I'm not gonna wait for them. Hold F. Okay, there we go. I know this probably is supposed to be this cinematic walk and stuff like this, but I like to get in the mix of things early on, and I already know what I'm looking for, so we're just gonna mine that real quick, like. I don't think I can mine this yet. This is a bit odd. Okay, so things are floating in the air. Calamite deposit. Okay, let's try to mine this thing. Maybe it needs oh, it needs longer. Okay, hey, we can do this. Use the cutter. One small step follows. It's fine. By the time she's here, we're already gonna be finishing. Also, RAM usage has crept up to 12 gigs. how much of this I need. They will catch up with us eventually. To be fair, it's 10 minutes and we're still in a cave. That's, I guess, setting the premise of the game. We can definitely do some things here. Come on. Oh, it's the missing piece. It's the apple of Eden from Assassin's Creed, I suppose.
Snap out of it.
Hey, come on. Come on. Okay, take it easy.
Oh
We're
wow,
out cold.
we're at 30 frames now. That's something new.
Physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still out. You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
Right, I think this is the character selection screen. Ah, look at this mustache. We're taking this. We're finishing here. Select a background. Beast Hunter, Ballistics. Gastronomy. I like food. Access to brand new worlds and cheeseburgers. Okay. Beast Hunter. Oh, we have multiple things. Fitness, scavenging, stealth, security, theft. How exactly security and theft goes hand in hand? Medicine, security, lasers. The Professor Pilgrim. Okay. We're gonna be a bounty hunter. Come on. There we go. Name. Yes. Confirm. Character must be renamed. Oh, come on. Are we done? Confirm. There we
Bet
go.
you were expecting a quiet job compared to your last gig. Bounty hunter turned space miner. Huh. Well, you got the sample. Client's on his way. Then we all get paid. You remember anything that happened?
Okay, multiple options. It was incredible.
Easy
I like
there,
touching
Firefly.
unknowns things.
Probably just the endorphins kicking in when you passed out. Don't go having an experience on me. You'll walk it off. More importantly, we got what we were looking for.
All this trouble for that stupid thing? Sure don't look like much.
Never mind what it looks like. It's worth more than this mine has pulled in all month. We'll be... Speak of the devil.
Okay, so in this area we are struggling with frames a little bit. But then again, knowing Bethesda, there will be day 1, week 1, month 1, year 7 patches, so they will actually get it to playable state.
Constellation contact is on approach.
Wait, the Explorers group? I thought they were kind of a joke.
Aha!
Nada
Look
joke.
at me,
You're
the
just too
handsome
young to
devil.
know better.
Okay,
I'm just saying they got a reputation. Hell, I bet after...
to be fair, it's not too bad. Let's go have a chat with this
But it's still there. Same with Constellation.
stuff. Well, the game is a little bit slow around the edges now.
Does that
But hey ho. Hey, can we get out? Let me out.
Not to them.
I got space to explore.
All right, Dusty. Airlock. Put your helmet on.
Helmet. Inventory. So the inventory system will be something to get used to, but I think we're gonna be fine. Ah! Open world. There we go. Okay, so what do we have here?
You got a few more digs to go before I feel like talking to you.
So there is a very simplified mantle system. That's good. A dropship. So looking at the sky actually does give us 60 frames. Looking not at the sky does not give us 60 frames. Okay, so
That ship's older than this moon.
I wonder if at this point we actually should start playing around with some settings. We are 15 minutes in. So first and foremost, we actually gonna turn on FSR. See what happens. Absolutely nothing happened. I mean, that's fantastic. Okay, Where performance? Right, dynamic resolution is on. Vertical sync should be off. And literally no changes whatsoever. Now, that is... I wouldn't say odd. But it is a bit interesting, I have to say. Right. Let's lower the settings a tiny little bit. Let's go with high. Just to make sure they have applied. And, oh, hello there. We are above 60 frames now. This is... ooh, this is way better. I do believe now the FSR still is kicking about, but we are at least at 60, not 37. Die rock.
Just like grabbing those minerals on Bendy.
Kazan, and no Barrett, not cool. He passed out after the extraction. Woke up saying all kinds of nonsense.
Is that right, cowboy? Went on a trip, huh? Well, you could say that the infinite possibilities of the universe are full of everything but coincidences. All right, a little disappointing, not gonna lie, but reveling in the weird of space isn't everyone's idea of a good time. I get it.
Look, just hand over the credits, and I'll be happy to never see this thing, or you, ever again.
That's why I like you, Lynn. All business.
Barrett, the scanners on the frontier are reporting a ship coming in hot from
Combat. Am I right?
Really thought I lost them.
Barrett?
Hold off the pirates. Easy. Easier done than said. Come here. Land already so I can shoot you. Okay, we're gonna be all sneaky here. Oh, how do you crouch? Hello? Okay, we're gonna tactically flank them and hide behind the explosive barrel. This is Tactics 101, by the way. And it worked, as you can see. Oh, the lasers are not lasering. Okay, the hitboxes are a bit odd. I'm not gonna lie. This will have to get a little bit used to. Oh, can get the gun. Do we have more of them? Okay, wait. Where's guns? Inventory. Weapons. Maelstrom, there we go. Who we are shooting at? Let me at them. I mean, this ADS is quicker than Warzone. Okay, we did it.
Now that was some fine work under pressure. You dug up the artifact, right? That means you saw it. The visions? You're coming with me to Constellation. You're part of this now. Marvelous.
Oh no, Barrett. No. You think you're just going to take off after the mess you caused?
All right. I guess I did just put you all on the Crimson Fleet hit list. How about I stay and I send your Dusty here in my place? I know, but he's not some miner anymore, Lynn. Soon as he touched that rock, something changed. Don't tell me you can't feel it.
Fine. It's a deal. Get out of here, Dusty. You're on to bigger things.
No supervisor in the history of supervisors has ever said this to a simple miner. Go on, you're part of bigger things now. What about the mine? Don't you need me? Thank you. Goodbye. I only met you 10 minutes ago. Well, technically 20. So, I'm out of here.
Now that that's settled. Vasco, get him to the lodge. No deviations unless absolutely necessary, okay? Protocol Indigo.
Indigo. Again. Very well.
Oh, and hey, take this. You'll find it very useful out there. And it even tells the time.
Well, I think this watch was on collector's edition for this game.
Hey, look at that. The watch fits you perfectly. Now, question?
My question is, why do we need to play on high with FSR on to get 60 frames, and FSR doesn't seem to work on ultra? Any options like that?
Technically, it's not even mine. Consider it alone. Vasco will keep you on course. Besides, I'm making an exception, since you can tell Constellation about that vision you had.
Okay.
And Vasco, don't let him break my ship.
Right, before we go, let's try to drop down the settings a little bit even more. Like medium, for example. I think we just lost a little bit of shading and shadows. The game kind of looks a little bit naked. But we have gained additional frames. GPU usage is still the same. This is weird for Bethesda title. It actually almost looks like graphically changing the settings actually changes stuff. I'm confused.
That artifact to Constellation.
Yeah, we're still pulling 5.6 gigs of video memory, and now we're pulling 12 gigs of RAM. So hey, it's not that bad. Right. Okay, you know what? Let's set it all back to Ultra and see how it all looks. Because, here's the thing, and people usually tend to disagree that Ultra and High or Medium changes a lot of things. As you can see, there's a little bit more dust particles now on Ultra settings, and we're kind of at 50-ish frames. Okay, so we have these vents, and if we drop it down to high, still dust particles, still the vent smoke, but we have slightly higher frames. So that means on medium we are losing all of that eye candy. Slightly, but we're at 82 frames. I wonder, I mean, to be fair, this kind of makes sense. Let's put everything on low. Even more frames. And to be fair, am I crazy? But the game actually doesn't look any different. Am I seeing things? I know that FSR is still enabled and we are still at 4K, but to be fair, this is quite playable now.
We're still in one piece.
Okay, never mind. You know what? Let's fly on low settings for now and see how we go. It's almost like discount Star Citizen, you know. So let's have a quick look here.
Captain, I assume you know how to fly a Class A starship. As Barrett likes to say, it's as easy as learning to ride a bike. I will attempt to boost the shields, just in case there are any difficulties. Shields ready. The rest is up to you.
Okay, flying stuff. Space takeoff. There we go. Let's go. Okay, space, glorious space. Okay, this is literally Elite Dangerous control scheme. Where you push the mouse within the circle, moves the ship. Okay.
It might be wise to test all controls and systems to ensure they are not on the verge of catastrophic failure. I can step you through the entire process, or if you're already an experienced pilot, just power up all the systems, and we'll be on our way.
Hold left Alt and use to switch between systems and allocate power. Okay. Okay, that's engines, that's missiles,
On a ship requires power.
lasers.
Power is under your direct control. Let's go over the engines.
Ah, I see, okay.
Control our maximum speed. Try increasing and decreasing our relative velocity. A ship's engine has a sweet spot for better handling during turns. Draw your attention to the HUD. You'll notice a speed indicator in the lower left with a
Oh yeah, that's actually kind of cool. Pretty much like, what you call it, Star Wars Squadron, where you allocate power to either shields or missiles or engines, so that makes sense.
Boosts can be engaged for temporary bursts of speed.
Okay. Okay, so we have lasers.
Let's turn our attention to the shields. Try adjusting power to the shields. Notice more power increases their strength. Shields protect the ship from hull damage. Without a hull, but be vaporized. Shield health is displayed in the lower right. Hull damage is below it.
Okay, can we fly now? Come on.
You've proven an adequate pilot. Are you familiar with ship combat tactics? Because that's
Yes.
a Crimson Fleet ship bringing its weapons to bear. We will need to disable their shields. Laser-based weaponry is particularly effective. If you can keep the enemy ship centered on the HUD, we can lock in to fire a homing missile. The enemy shields are down, Captain. Ballistic weaponry excels at damaging the hull once shields are offline. Congratulations on surviving your first Starship assault, Captain. We should search the wreckage for spare parts and other salvage. You will need to fly close to it before we can access the remains.
Okay, where is that salvage though? Do I really need to do that? I mean... Oh, I forgot we actually have third person ship here as well. Right.
2 more Crimson Fleet ships are jumping into our location, Captain.
Full power. Gonna get behind them. Can Come on.
The amount of Crimson Fleet hostility has been far more than anticipated. At this rate, the odds of continual assault from their ships are high enough to jeopardize our mission. In short, they are after the frontier and will not stop. We will need to deal with the local Crimson Fleet captain. A recent scan indicates an abandoned facility on the nearby moon of Crete, a perfect staging area for pirates.
Okay, looting in space is a little bit harder than looting in on the ground, but I think we're doing a pretty good job here. There's another one somewhere here, I believe. There we go. Yeah, this will definitely take some getting used to, but hey. The more you fly, the better you're gonna get. Overall, obviously, we are now on absolutely low settings, and I cannot say we are actually seeing any graphical artifacts or anything, so, you know, it's one of those things. Anyhow, I think we need to embark on our journey here finally. Okay. .8 light years. Oh, come on. There's got to be a faster way of moving somewhere, am I right? There's got to be. There's got to be. Anyway, I actually didn't pay attention. You know what, guys? I think you actually seen enough. In all honesty, and I think you can now have an educated guess about the game's performance. Just to reiterate the point, we are currently on very low settings, and without me actually reminding you about that, I highly doubt you would actually notice it, because reflections, the model quality, the textures, well, it's all here. So, you know, it's really not that bad. So this is definitely playable. Now, granted, I do have 4070 Ti, at the same time 4K, FSR, pretty playable. I do believe there will be more and more patches coming in and out for this game, but yeah, you'll see how that works out. And for now, I think I need to take off my helmet for my signature. See you later, guys. So anyhow, thanks for watching. See you next time. Over and out.